In CAD, there's always more than one way to design a part. In this lesson, we're going to talk about different ways to get to that same result to figure out what works best for you. The old saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat, is definitely true when it comes to CAD. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about drawing out our washer for Chapter 1. Now, it's important to note that even simple things like a washer with an inside and outside circle can be done in different ways. So let's come over here to the board. Now, like I was saying, there's always more than one way to do something. In this one, we're going to talk about how I can use an offset to create that washer, or I can just use two circles with the dimension. Additionally, once we get done with that, we're going to build out the keys on the inside, and we're going to use more tools that we haven't talked about yet. The first one being construction lines, and we're going to talk about one of my personal favorites and the most powerful tool in my opinion in CAD is patterns. And then we're going to talk about how to clean up our drawings with trim and extend tools. So now we're diving into CAD. We're going to go ahead and click Sketch and jump into creating that one on, well, I'm clicking on the XY plane. You can click on any plane that you want. Now, like I said, there's two different ways that we can do this. There's circles, so we can just create two circles and then use a dimension to define them. So starting with that, we're going to have those two circles. Let's create that outer dimension, which we'll put as 100 millimeters to keep it nice and clean. And then I can either reference the inside circle to the outside one, or I can click and make an inside dimension. For this one right here, we'll just go ahead and create that inside dimension of, we'll call it 60, say. Now that we have that inside and outside circle, we can see that profile that we talked about, that washer profile. Now, that was simple. We have two dimensions, we have two circles that we drew. Not a lot of steps, but there is a different way to do this. So if I go ahead and click and delete that inside circle, the first step of the other way is to still create that outside circle with the dimension. So nothing changes there. The next step would just be to select underneath Modify, we would select Offset. This one allows us to click that outside circle again, and essentially does the same exact thing, but this one's going to reference the outside circle as the driven dimension. So with this, I can type in -20, and that gives us that same overall shape profile as what we did before. So I say I have that same washer profile. If I change that outside dimension, it's referencing the inside one as always being 20 millimeters smaller than the outside one. This is a great way to do it as well, and it automatically creates the constraint of having them concentric. So this is just, that's a great example of showing how simple things like that can be done in different ways. Now that we have this kind of mocked up, let's go ahead and reduce the size of this to kind of match our washer size. We're going to call it 80, and we're going to start going over the next tool that I want to talk about, which is a construction line. Now, the best way to display this is that if I drew a line just down the center of this part, so we'll do that to start. This is just a standard line. We're going to add two constraints to this. We're going to add it so that it's vertical, and we're also going to add that the midpoint here is the origin. So we're going to click our origin in our line with the midpoint selected, and we have a line that bisects the circle. Now, the biggest thing that you're going to see now is that our washer now is in half. If we click on the two profiles, we can use Shift to click on both of them, but clicking on it, it's in half. Now, this isn't necessarily a terrible thing to have, but what you will find is if you bisect, say, a large drawing with lots of different features, and then you want to extrude it, you're going to have to do lots of individual clicking on all the profiles. It's going to be a little bit agitating, a little bit irritating and stuff. One easy way to solve this is to turn this line into a construction line. And it's a really easy step. You simply select the line, and you're going to go to your sketch palette and click construction underneath line type. Now, this automatically turns the line into a dotted line, but you can see here that line that bisects the part no longer affects the overall geometry of that profile and makes things a little bit easier. But you still can use it as a reference. It's still a solid defined line in your drawing. And we're going to actually use this as a reference line as we kind of draw out that key. Okay, so now we have that. We're going to draw out the key shape. And I'm going to do this using a mirror pattern. This kind of allows things to be a little bit simpler and we're going to be focusing on the top one here only. So we have that line that bisects the part here. It travels perfectly through the center of our rectangle here, and then all we have to do is attach 2 lines here to draw that outside edge. So let's go ahead and do that in CAD. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my line, and I'm going to click on my construction line, make sure that it's perpendicular, and draw those 2 lines in kind of arbitrarily here. Next, I can define this by clicking on my sketch dimension. I can come up and add a dimension from my origin, say we'll call it 25, and I'm going to click on this and I'm going to add the dimension for half the width of my key. Now this is important because what we're going to end up doing is using that tool that we did in the last lesson, the mirror tool, and mirror it over that construction line that's bisecting our washer. So we're going to say call this 6 millimeters. We end up having half of it there. Now that we have that, we can use that mirror tool that's up in our create section of the toolbar and select the 2 objects, as well as selecting the construction line as our mirror. And now that we have done that, we can click our profile and we can see that we have a profile of the outside of our washer with this key in place, but we are missing these 2 keys. Again, the big topic of this lesson is that there's always more than one way to do it. The next thing we could do is we could draw in another construction line at, say, 120 degrees, turning that 360 into 3 sections, and then draw the same exact thing where we could draw 2 lines, mirror them across, do the same thing again, another 120 degrees, or we can introduce a new tool. And like I said at the beginning, this is one of my favorite tools. I use it all of the time, and this is going to be a circle pattern. Now let's come over to the whiteboard to talk briefly about patterns in CAD. There's 2 main types of patterns. There's a circle pattern, which in this case right here, say we have our center or origin, and we have that rectangle. A circle pattern allows you to create multiple of these rectangles in a pattern around the origin or around a center point. And you can dictate how many you want and how many degrees that you want them to be patterned around that center point. We're going to use this one to create those multiple keys. The other pattern, since we're on the topic, is a rectangular pattern. And this allows you to create a pattern, we'll use the rectangle again as a reference, in 2 different axes. And this allows you to make a grid, just like that. And you can select how many you want. On this one, this would be a 3 by 2, right? So we'd have 3 by 2, and you can change the spacing of them and how many there are, so on and so forth. So now that we've kind of talked about pattern, let's jump back into the CAD here and show you where that's at. Okay, we're outside of all of our features. We're going to go to create, come down to circle pattern. You can also see rectangular pattern is right next to it. Circle pattern allows us to select these objects here. And like I said earlier, we're going to select the center point or what we want it to rotate about. Now that we have that, you can see that distribution. You can do full or partial, as well as change the quantity. So we could change this to 8, and it's going to be 8 equally spaced rectangles. Or in this case, in our washer, we want 1, 2, 3. So it's always going to count the initial one that you drew, and then it's going to add it in. So 3, clicking OK. Now, if we click our profile, we have exactly what you see here in red. You have that outer washer, 3 keys, just like what we wanted. We could stop here. We're ready to extrude. We have a great profile. It's completely robust. It's all black. But what I like to do personally is a lot of times clean things up. It allows you to kind of see your drawings a little bit better and makes it a little bit easier later on to modify them. The first tool that I use is the trim tool, and we're going to find that in the modify section up here. So we're going to come to modify, trim, and all this is like scissors. We're going to cut out the lines that don't necessarily need to be in our drawing anymore, and that's mostly the circle that is in this little area here. We don't need that circle anymore. We want it to be a nice open profile. So I can come in here. It automatically selects that that line is attached to those 2 points, and I can remove it. Now, one big thing happened here is we lost our reference from the inside and outside. And that's because we use the offset tool to create that inner circle. It's not necessarily a big problem, but what we can see is that if I click and drag this, I can change that inner circle now. So all we need to do is click dimension and add back in that reference to the outside circle. I'll change that back in there to 20. Now everything's black again. We have it as a nice, robust drawing that's cleaned up now. We don't have any unneeded lines. The last thing is, and we don't necessarily have a great point in here to use it on, is extend. Extend is the exact opposite of trim. It allows you to, if I wanted to extend this line, this circle across that, I can extend it back in there. So we'll use that as a demonstration here. We're going to go to modify. It's right next to the trim tool, extend. And I can add back in that line here, say if I didn't really want this, I wanted these two to be separate profiles. Okay, now that we have a great drawing of this, we have the profile ready to go, we're going to end this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to take that profile and continue on by making it a 3D object. So we'll see you on the next one.